Greetings to all my fellow watch enthusiasts on YouTube and Facebook and wherever else this video will be seen and shared. Celine Driver once again, coming to you with another watch unboxing and review. This watch is mine. This came to me under special circumstances, and I will go over that real quick in the interest of full and fair disclosure. This watch was offered to me by Waldhoff, these guys. I have reviewed watches for them in the past. Those videos are still on my channel. I believe they were the Multimatics, which were great watches. I love them a lot. I mean, they were great watches to wear. Nicholas, one of the principals there, and I kept in touch. And when this watch came available, he emailed me and said, would I be interested in reviewing the watch? And I said, yes, of course. And he said, fine. And if you like the watch, you can keep it. So, spoiler alert, I like the watch and I'm keeping it. So this is technically a sponsored video. However, I will give you my honest opinion on this watch. Again, spoiler alert, I really don't have anything bad to say about it. It really is a very nice watch. It wears well. It's very accurate. It's well made. And it's just an enjoyable watch to wear. So let's get into it. I have the box here. It is covered by a very nice quality but very thin sleeve with the Waldhoff logo embossed in it. You get a very nice wood or maybe a wood composite box with a metal plate on here that says Waldhoff, Germany. This is a German-made watch. And inside the box, you have, first of all, you have the warranty card with the, everything's been filled out. And it's really a very nice, well-done piece. I'm going to cover that up because I don't want my camera to scan it while I'm shooting a video. That would be bad. You have the hang tag came with it, Manufaktur Waldhoff, and I am not even going to try and pronounce that. I'm assuming a city somewhere in Deutschland. You have a little side compartment here. I'm using it to store the extra links, and it came with a nice cloth with the logo on it, which I'm leaving sealed because I got a ton of these cloths. So I'm going to put all that in there. Put the lid back on as I try and do this through a camera lens, which is never the easiest thing to do. There you go. And over here we have, of course, the reason we're all here is the watch itself. Pop the clasp, get it off the pillow. Very nice pillow, by the way. Very soft. Will protect the watch very nicely. And here we have the Waldhoff Seawolf, which is their version of a dive watch. And it's a very nice watch. The date window is very subtle. Down at the 6 o'clock, it's color matched. This is the Everfrost. I don't know why they call a blue watch Everfrost, but okay. They also have the Icefall, which is a white dial, and a Blackwater, which is a black dial. So there are 3 different colorways to this watch. I'll leave a link to Waldhoff's website in the description so you can go check out all their different offerings. I like this watch. I also am a big fan of the Multimatic. I think that's a very I like a busy dial. I like a lot of complications, and the Multimatic really hits that, checks that box, if you will. Nice bezel, good solid bezel action. It's 120 click bezel, very loud, very boisterous, but also, as you would expect in a German-built watch, very accurate. You have it's a diver bezel. You have the first 15 minutes are graduated in individual minute segments. And then, of course, it goes on to the rest of the, pardon me, into the rest of the numeral graduations. It has a power indicator on the 12 o'clock. The movement is capable of up to 40 hours of power storage. You have a contrasting yellow running second hand against the blue dial, which works very nicely. Let's see. You have a signed crown. You have a helium escape valve, which is conveniently labeled. Very nice. The back of the case is a solid case back with a relief cut of the Seawolf class submarine, which is America's, pardon me again, America's newest submarine class. Their attack subclass is the Seawolf class. I believe it is slated to replace the old Los Angeles class, or the 688 class submarine. The crown does stick out quite a bit. This crown is a screw-down crown, of course. And it does stick out quite a bit from the watch. That might be a vulnerable point if you actually take this thing diving. If you knock it up against a rock or coral or some kind of obstruction, yeah, that crown could be a little bit vulnerable for snapping off. You unscrew it, and it does disengage with a very audible and tactile pop. You can see how far that thing sticks out at once it's unscrewed. First position is your set position for the date. Second position, it is the time set. It does hack the movement. Push it all back in. Movement starts up again. Push it in. Couple of turns, and she re-engages. Gets your 300-meter water resistance back. Very nicely faceted case. You can see the bezel facets line up very nicely with the case facets in the neutral position. Solid end links, of course, very nicely integrated into the case, and it's a female end link, so the bracelet, as you can see, drops away very nicely away from the case. Doesn't stick out like that, like some watches with a male end link at this point. The bracelet, as well as the case, is full 316L stainless. It's a standard H-beam style, or I-beam style, I should say. Maybe some people will call it a certain word that begins with the letter O, and it rhymes with stir. But people aren't allowed to say that, or Rolex comes down on you like a proverbial ton of bricks. It is a single lock clasp, very solid single lock clasp. And it has something that's gone away from a lot of watches, which I think was a mistake. Zelos had this style clasp for a long time, and I think it's a fantastic clasp design. It's a ratcheting combination micro adjust and dive extension. You push these two buttons in, the bigger buttons, and you can extend the watch out. And also it does have another micro adjust where you can adjust the anchoring point on the end of this bracelet. But I think this is a fantastic on-the-fly adjustment. I mean, let's say you got it adjusted here at full close. It's a hot day, your wrist swells, it gets uncomfortable. Take the watch off, push the button in, couple of clicks, and you're done. You've got a whole nother link worth of adjustment. You can see the link size there. There's a whole link's worth of adjustment right there. And I think this type of, I wish people would go back to this. I think these ratcheting clasps are a fantastic idea. Yeah, they're a little thicker and they're not as sleek. But you know what? Sometimes form and function, they don't have to be together. It's a signed, engraved Waldhoff logo in the clasp. The adjustable links are secured by screws, as they should be. Enough with the pin and collar nonsense. Stop making pin and collar watch bands, bracelets. The watch face is decorated with Geneva stripes, or Côte de Genève, if you're fancy. But call them Geneva stripes. And works very well. By the way, that beeping you might hear in the background, they're doing road work outside my house today, so a little bit of the beeping noise, kind of annoying, but what can you do? Getting new pavement, so that's kind of nice. Overall, I think a fantastic package. I'm going to give you a wrist shot, put it on real quick. Wears very comfortably on my 7¼ inch wrist. You can see from the overhead shot, short lugs. It hits beautifully. Because of the short lug to lug, this watch could be easily worn by wrist down to, I'd say, maybe 6¼ inch. Although the height of the watch probably might preclude that. And you can see right now, you can't see, I'm sorry, you really can't. It does feel a little tight to me today. So just take the micro adjust, pop it out one, put it back on, and literally in 10 seconds, I've adjusted the watch and it's much more comfortable. It now moves around a little better. And it's down to that ratcheting micro adjuster. I think that is fantastic. Close her up. Ready to go. Have my sheet of facts here, so I can go over some of the vital statistics so you can learn more about this watch. This is the Waldhoff Seawolf. This is the Everfrost version. As I said before, they do have the white dial Icefall and the black dial Blackwater as well. These watches are priced at about $789 on the Waldhoff website. Now, this is a shot in time. The price could have changed by the time you might be seeing this in the future. This video is being made in mid-February 2022. As I said, it is a 316L stainless steel case, 316L bracelet. It is all of matte finish, brushed finish, matte finish, whatever you want to call it. So it's has a very nice understated elegance to it. Sapphire crystal, as you would expect from Waldhoff and as you would expect at this price point. And I did mention, of course, the Geneva stripe dial with the applied indices, the power gauge at the 12 o'clock, and the date window at the 6 o'clock. Color matched, of course. It is a good sized watch. It is a 43 millimeter diameter case. It is 13.85 millimeters thick. It is a 22 millimeter lug, and the lug tip to lug tip is 47.5 millimeter. Now, the first three measurements I got off of the Waldhoff website. They did not have a lug to lug on the site, so I measured it with my calipers. My calipers said 47.5 millimeters. 300 meter water resistance, so it is a dive watch. Screw down crown, screw down case back are going to seal up nicely. You can take it swimming, you can take it snorkeling, you can take it diving. I think she's going to perform as you expect. helium release valve at the 2 o'clock. So Waldhoff is serious about this being a deep diver. Pardon me again. And the whole thing is powered by a Miyota 9130 automatic movement. Hand winds, hacks, date function. Miyota movements are known to be very tough, very forgiving, very versatile, and last a good long time, and they're easily serviceable, so no worries there. And I've gone over that ad nauseum about what I think about movements and movement snobs, and you really don't need a super fancy movement just because you're spending $800. Try and get past the movement snobbery and look further. As I said, this watch was given to me by Waldhoff, so I guess technically this is a sponsored video. So I'm going to again give full and fair disclosure. The watch was given to me by Waldhoff. They didn't give me a script. They didn't say make sure you hit these points. They just gave me the watch, said give it a good, honest review, and if you like the watch, keep it. The only restriction they put on me, and it's a minor one, is if you decide to sell it, immediately don't sell it for less than retail price. Well, I'm not going to sell it. I like the watch. I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to also give it a recommend. I think this is a fantastically built watch. It feels solid. It's got good weight to it. It's accurate. I haven't had to play with the time settings since I got the watch. It's been a few days. It was easy to size. It's easier to wear with the ratcheting clasp and extension adjustment. It's not only easy to wear when you pick it up, it's easy to wear throughout the day. So I think I give this watch a strong recommend for what it's worth to the viewer. And on that note, I'm going to end the video. I think I've covered everything I wanted to cover. And I hope you found this video to be entertaining, informative, and useful. If you did, I'd appreciate you clicking that thumbs up button. That does help the channel, so the more thumbs up a video gets, the more helpful that is to the channel with the YouTube algorithms. Pardon me again. Comments, questions, and suggestions down below. I do read them all. I do respond to them all. However, if you're going to troll me, or you're going to leave links in my comment section that take people to bad places on the internet, I'm simply going to delete the comment and I'm going to block the commenter. If you're new to the channel, of course, welcome. I'm glad you found my channel. I'm glad you found this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I have well over 500 videos available on my channel covering a variety of subjects, not just watches, but other subjects as well. And I hope you will take the time to watch some of them. All I ask in return, I do ask very little, but I do hope that you will click the subscribe button before you leave. And if you do that, please also click the bell icon so that when I upload new material, you will be alerted to that upload. And when I do live streams, which I try and do every Wednesday afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, and at other times during the week, as time and opportunity avail themselves to me, you'll be alerted when those streams start. Otherwise, as I always say at the end of my videos, it is a crazy old world out there, and it's not getting any less crazy, folks. You know this. So I ask that you please stay safe, stay well, be careful out there, and I'll see you soon.